contraction through that right side. So this isn't so much as a side bend or a tip over. It's an opening and lengthening from the hip up through the armpit, all the way up through that arm to the hand. And take 3 nice breaths in and out of that right side rib cage and lung area. Fill it and empty it. Feel it expand. Feel the expansion in that rib cage there. And when you're ready, after you've done 3, bring that right hand down and let the left arm float up. Notice if the left arm feels any different than the right. And lengthen and expand through this left side. Inhaling and exhaling 3 times. And when you're ready, bring that arm back down. Let's roll the shoulders out. Roll the shoulders. Forward, up, back, and down. Let the hands kind of be out of it. Let's just keep this movement of that shoulder. Notice if you can bring your awareness to the shoulder blades. And when you come forward and up, notice that the shoulder blades pull away from your spine. And when you go back and down, the shoulder blades squeeze in towards your spine. See if you can focus that movement on waking up those shoulder blades. So why is that important? The shoulder blades happen to be attached to like 18 or 19 other muscles, but they are also right over the rib cage and the breathing area. So when those shoulder blades get stuck and tight, guess what doesn't happen? The expansion of the ribs and the lungs is restricted. So it's important. Let's go the opposite direction now with these shoulder rolls. So we want to loosen those up so that they're sliding freely on the back. It's a huge part of your breathing. And you can do these slow or fast, however you want. If you want to slow them way down and really get in there and feel that stretch, waking up those muscles around that upper back and the thoracic spine. Because all of those ribs, we have a floating rib at the bottom of the rib cage. It's not attached, but the other ribs are attached to your spine and these shoulder blades. So let's bring the arms forward and wrap. It doesn't matter which arm's on top. And reach around and grab the back of your shoulders if it's top or back here, wherever you can reach. And let's round it forward. So you're going to just kind of slump over and drop the chin. We call this our cinnamon roll. We're not going to curl up like a wound up cinnamon roll exactly, and now see if you can breathe into that upper back. 3 nice inhales and exhales. Target it right between those shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are spread wide apart here. So just fill and empty that upper chest area. And then let's roll it back up. And let's slide the arms down to the elbows. And just get a little side to side here. And just notice what that's doing. That shoulder blade's moving a little bit here. It's pulling. So, we're pulling it away on the left side when we move our arms to the right. And then when you move the arms back to the left, it switches. And one shoulder blade goes in and the other one widens out. So just kind of notice that alternating movement on the shoulder blades. And then what if we would take these arms in some circular movements? These don't have to be big. They can be really, really small. Maybe you only come up about as high as the chin. Some of you may have a wonderful range of motion in your shoulder joints. I will just tell you, most people find a lot of restriction here because of our cultural habits, the way we work, the way we do our work. And then let's reverse those circles and go the other direction. And they can be nice and slow and leisurely, and they do not have to be high. They're probably going to stay in a pretty low range, probably somewhere between the diaphragm, the lower rib area, and your chin, I would say for most people. And you're going to notice you're probably getting a little tired. So before you undo this, notice which arm is on top. Mine happens to be my right arm. So we're going to shake these out, and you're going to switch, and you're going to put the other arm on top. So it's going to feel a little weird. So now my right arm's underneath and my left arm is on top. So just notice what you did. Some of you will notice a big difference. It'll feel really different, others not. So allow those to spread wide, hug, drop the chin, and roll forward just a little bit, just in that upper spine area. And breathe. 3 inhales and exhales. You should feel a lovely little opening right across that upper back, right between those shoulder blades. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to stretch this and open this area. Notice what this does for your breathing. Opening up the back side of the breath. You know, those lungs are cylindrical, if you will. They're not cylinders. They're sort of odd shaped. They're kidney shaped, but they have a backside to them. And then when you're ready, roll it up. And let's slide the arms out. And let's swing side to side a little bit again. Some beautiful warm-ups for these shoulders this morning. And it's kind of important that we do this in our wrists and our hands, because we are going to do a few things on hands and knees for our hips and our core. And we're going to be asking these shoulders and hands to do a little load-bearing work. And then let's turn these into some circles. So again, this probably won't be very high. You might check in and see if your traps are doing all the work. So, you know, that's the area here at the base of the neck. And if your traps seem like they're working a little too much, you might ask them to not, or you might lower the arms some. You may not have them quite as high, because when you bring the arms higher, the traps seem to want to kick in and help. They compensate for the mobility that we don't have. And then let's reverse these circles. Those ever helpful, ever friendly trap muscles. And if any of you ever did a lot of desk work or upper body type work, even lifting and raising it, your kids or your grandkids, you know how little work they can get. And then let's release that. Wow, shake it out. And let's just turn the palms up and palms down. Just kind of really just sort of palms up and palms down. So now, what